Hello, everyone. Welcome back to 10 Minutes Daily Cafe Chat. I am your host, Emily.
And I am Lisa. But Emily, wait. Before we dive into the news, can we just talk about the number?
I knew you'd bring that up. You mean our subscriber count?
Yes! I was checking it with my morning coffee. We've passed 3,800. Only a little more until we hit 4,000. We're almost there.
It's amazing, isn't it? We really want to say a huge thank you to everyone. It's because of all of you listening and sharing your thoughts that we've come this far. Sending a virtual hug to all 3,800 and something of you. Okay, now I'm ready. What's on the menu for Friday? Truly. We love building this community with you. Now, let's pay that back with some of today's most interesting stories to wrap up January. Fridays are the best, and with 4,000 friends, I'm even more excited. What's on the menu today, Emily? We have a major update on corporate layoffs at Amazon, a surprisingly healthy news from Blue Bell ice cream, and finally, the return of a very popular Netflix drama.
Ooh, ice cream and Netflix? You are speaking my language. But layoffs, that sounds a bit heavy for a Friday.
It is a bit of a mix today. And before we start, here is today's keyword quiz. The keyword is related to our first story about Amazon. The keyword is bureaucracy.
Bureaucracy? That sounds like a very long and complicated word. Does it have to do with government or something?
It often does, but in this case, it's about big companies too. Keep listening to find out why it's the key theme for Amazon.
Bureaucracy. Okay, I'll be listening for that one. Tell us the first big news.
Let's start with our first story today. It is a significant piece of news from the tech world involving Amazon.
I feel like we hear about Amazon in the news every other day. What is happening now?
Unfortunately, it is not good news for their corporate workforce. Amazon is laying off about 16,000 workers.
Whoa, 16,000? That is a huge number. Didn't they just have a round of layoffs recently?
You are right to remember that. This comes just a few months after they cut about 14,000 jobs last October.
So that's like 30,000 people in just a few months? That is genuinely scary. Why are they cutting so many people?
According to CEO Andy Jassy, it's part of a push to reduce bureaucracy. He wants the company to be more like a startup again.
Bureaucracy is a big word. Does he mean they have too many managers and too many meetings?
Precisely. In his memo, he mentioned reducing layers and increasing ownership. Basically, he thinks there are too many people checking other people's work.
I guess I understand wanting to move faster, but 16,000 families are being affected. Is the company struggling financially?
Not at all. Amazon's profits have been strong, but they're shifting their massive investment focus towards artificial intelligence.
AI again. It feels like every time people lose jobs lately, AI is mentioned in the next sentence.
It really is the theme of 2026. They're spending billions on AI infrastructure, and they need to find that money somewhere.
So they're cutting the humans to pay for the processors. That feels a bit cold, doesn't it?
It certainly can feel that way. Beth Gallaty, their senior vice president, said they're trying to strengthen the organization for the future.
I hope the future includes enough jobs for actual people. Do the laid-off workers get any help?
Amazon usually provides severance and job placement support, but the tech labor market is getting very competitive.
I can imagine. If 16,000 people from Amazon are suddenly looking for work, that's a lot of competition.
It really is. It shows that even the biggest companies are constantly reevaluating their workforce in this AI era.
Well, I hope everyone affected finds something even better. Efficiency is fine, but people come first.
I agree with you there. It's a tough balance to strike in a fast-paced industry.
Okay, that was definitely heavy. Can we please talk about the ice cream now? I need some sweet news to feel better.
I thought you might say that. Moving on to our second story, the famous ice cream brand Blue Bell is launching a new product line called Blue Bell Pro Pints. Bluebell, the classic homemade vanilla guys? I didn't think they really did trendy health stuff. That is why this is such big news. They are releasing a line specifically designed to be high in protein. Protein ice cream? Seriously? I have tried some other brands' protein ice cream, and they usually taste like frozen chalk. I know what you mean, but Bluebell is known for their taste, so people are really curious if they can pull it off. So, what are the numbers? How much protein are we talking about per pint? Get ready for this. Each pint supposedly contains between 33 and 35 grams of protein. 35 grams. That is actually impressive. That's like having a giant protein shake, but way more fun to eat. Exactly. And they aren't just doing plain flavors. They're launching with 5 classics: vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, coffee, and salted caramel. Stop. Did you say salted caramel? That is my absolute favorite. I knew you would react to that. And it's also low-fat, gluten-free, and has 0 added sugar. 0 added sugar? Okay, now I'm a little suspicious. How do they make it sweet without sugar? They likely use sugar substitutes, but they claim it maintains that classic Bluebell creaminess. If they can make a salted caramel ice cream that tastes good and has 35 grams of protein, I'm buying the whole shelf. You might have to wait a little bit. It's scheduled to hit stores this spring. Spring? That's just in time for people to start their summer body prep. That's clever marketing. It really is. They're targeting the healthy, indulgent market, people who want to treat without the guilt. That's basically me in a nutshell. I want to be healthy, but I also want to eat a whole pint of ice cream while watching my shows. Well, Pro Pines might just be your new best friend. It bridges the gap between the gym and the couch. I'm counting it as a health food. No one can tell me otherwise. Speaking of sitting on the couch and watching shows, our third topic today is exactly what you need for your weekend plans. Is it? Don't tell me. Is it finally happening? Is the ton back together? Yes! Bridgerton Season 4 Part 1 has officially been released on Netflix. Oh my gosh, finally! I saw the notification on my phone this morning and I almost screamed on the train. I'm glad you contained yourself. Episodes 1 through 4 are now available for streaming globally. Only 4 episodes? Why do they keep doing this to us, Emily? Splitting the seasons into 2 parts is so frustrating. It is a very common strategy now. It keeps the show in the conversation for longer. If they drop it all at once, people talk about it for one weekend and that's it. I know, but I want to binge the whole thing in one night. Now I have to wait for part 2 in February. Think of it this way. It gives you something to look forward to next month. And this season is all about Benedict, right? Yes, Benedict's season is finally here. Everyone has been waiting for his story since season 1. He is so charming and artistic. He really is a fan favorite. I heard the costumes and the balls are even more grand this time around. I believe it. The trailer showed a massive masquerade ball. That's where he meets his lady in silver, I think. You really know your Bridgerton lore. It's a global release, so people are literally watching it at the same time all over the world. I'm going home, turning off my phone, and diving straight into 19th century London. No spoilers allowed. That sounds like a solid plan. Just make sure you get some sleep before Monday. Sleep? In a Bridgerton weekend? No chance. I'll be researching every detail of the new cast members. Well, at least you'll have some protein pints to keep your energy up once it's out. Exactly. Bridgerton and protein pints. That's my version of a perfect weekend. It sounds like your weekend is officially sorted then. Let's do a quick recap before we sign off. Let's do it. What a day it's been. To recap, we started with the heavy news of Amazon cutting another 16,000 corporate jobs to focus on AI efficiency. Then we moved to the very exciting Bluebell Pro Pints news, 35 grams in my favorite flavors. And finally, the long-awaited return of Bridgerton with Season 4 Part 1 now streaming on Netflix. And don't forget the keyword. What was it again? The keyword was bureaucracy. As we discussed, it stands for the layers of rules and managers that Amazon is trying to cut down to move faster.
I like it. It's a useful word for anyone in the business world, and it's fun to say once you get the hang of it.
Well, that wraps up our chat for Friday, January 30th. If you enjoyed today's episode, please give us a like and subscribe.
And hit that notification bell. You don't want to miss our next update, especially if I have an ice cream review.
We hope you all have a wonderful, relaxing weekend.
See you all in February. Happy watching. Goodbye.